You should subscribe to the Monaresclub. Because the Principal Saiyans told you to, idiot. Bye.
What's good, guys? This is James bringing you another gameplay commentary for you in the Monaresclub, youtube.com. Today I've got myself playing Turles on the right. This is just a straight aggro version of Turles. No unison, no dormant potential or anything like that. And my wife is playing the new Towa deck from the Ultimate deck. This is a deck we've been trying to figure out and kind of get the pieces kind of figured out how to best play it. And we're still tinkering with it and trying to figure out the best version of the deck, what colors to play, what chains to play, and whatnot. So I don't remember exactly where we were at with this build, so we'll find out together, I'm sure. The primary goal of this deck is to just kind of drop big walls into play, like that prevent your opponent from attacking your leader, or punish them for attacking your leader, or just can block multiple times, and they're just huge, and will punish you if you try to remove them with any other way. Whereas Turles is kind of the opposite. Turles just wants to drop a bunch of small things into play and aggro your opponent down really quick in the matter of a couple of turns. It usually tries to win by turn 3, turn 4 at the latest. So this is kind of the unstoppable force versus the immovable object, and we'll find out who will come out on top in this particular matchup today. If you haven't seen yet, I do have this Turles profile on the channel. It should be up by the time this video is posted. So you can check that out if you want to see my particular tech choices and whatnot. This is actually a really cheap version of it because I don't play any unisons or anything like that. I'm really proud of it. It plays really fun. It's really fun. I don't like playing aggro, but I enjoy this version a lot. And we're going to have a tech profile up for Towa once we figure out a build we really like. It's just we're doing a lot of tinkering, so we're just going to have to figure it out from there. So I go ahead and turn 1 charge dies and pass to my wife. I don't have anything else to play on turn 1. It'll be my wife's turn, so I'll go ahead and tutor up that Fruit of the Tree of Might. Using the Tree of Might I put in my opponent's battle area at the start of the game when she flips up a life at the start of her main phase. That's how that works. And then she'll go ahead and swing in with Towa, draw 1, and then take that life I flip face up so that I can't benefit from it later using my effects that flip life face down, such as Fruit of the Tree of Might. I go ahead and take it because I'm happy to just start getting awakened and get some extra cards. My wife will play Broly. I don't remember the exact version of that Broly, what his name is, but he's a 2-cost, but he only costs 1 with the Towa leader naturally. She makes all of your Xeno characters cost 1 less to play from your hand, which is really nice. So it's my turn. I go ahead and charge that fruit because I'm going to end up getting more fruit later. Man, we're moving really quick in this game. It's hard to commentate. But we're taking care of business. So go ahead and swing with my leader, take a life, dig 5 for a Turles Crusher Core. I go ahead and find this gentleman whose name I can't remember. He's the one who can do kind of a ghetto father-son Kamehameha if you pop him from in play. So I go ahead and combo Locacy, and we'll see if I put anything else into it. I should because this is only 3k, so it doesn't really make a difference. And Almond. Almond is his name, I remembered. Almond into the combo area. So I have 2 into the combo area, which means I can now go ahead and arrival, kind of pseudo-arrival this Turles. Oh, no, I don't have the Turles in my hand. Never mind. Fix my face. All right, so I just combo these 2 into play just to get them started into play, because I can combo them again from the battle area. And Locacy brings his brother Raisin into play, who is a blocker and draws you 1 and discards 1 when you play him. So great value there. You just go +1, and you get a loot. The loot isn't putting you up cards necessarily, but it is just giving you great filtering. So I'm going to go ahead and pitch that fruit, because I'm getting these fruits for free, so I can just get them for free every turn. I'm playing 4 in the deck, so I get 1 for free every turn, and I don't really need it till I start really going ham on turn 3, so I can just pitch them, and I'll end up with plenty of fruit later on. Pass it back to my wife. Still haven't used any energy yet this whole game. It's kind of funny. Normally you would be using kill drivers and stuff, but I must not have opened with any, or playing Turles too. So she'll go ahead and charge that Lord's Slug, and I'll have her remind her to flip a life face up at the start of her main phase. So she does. It's another Broly. And I grab another fruit from my deck. One thing you want to note when you're playing Turles is you want to check the first time, and each subsequent time you can, but it's kind of a waste of time as long as you can remember. But you want to check how many fruit are in your deck the first time, so that you can know when you need to start putting them back into your deck using your leader to get full value. She swings with her Broly. I don't want to deal with it, so I just go ahead and pay for a Shocking Death Ball and kill it before she can awaken. And she swung with her leader, or I was negating the leader swing there. And then she took a life injury card for her leader. Still can't awaken just yet. The Broly would have been able to awaken her if she could have paid 1 for it. Unless it requires... I think there's an energy requirement on that, actually, so she might not have been able to activate that this turn. I think it needs your opponent to have 3 energy. And I believe I'm only at 2. This is a fast-paced matchup, so Turles is always fast-paced. I always feel like I gotta play fast when I'm playing the aggro deck, so that's what I'm doing here. She goes ahead and plays the Lord Slug Xeno. 1 cost, essentially. It costs 2, but it only costs 1. It's a blocker. Then when it dies, you can pay 1 and play the 9-cost Lord Slug from your deck. Very, very effective against aggro, obviously. Thankfully, she got it in under that Shocking Death Ball. Baited that Shocking Death Ball out quite effectively by putting that tasty 2-drop out for me to kill, and then snuck the Lord Slug in where I couldn't kill it. So, very good play there. Let's see what I end up doing here. So I'm having a big think on this charge. No, I already charged. Man, my hands are right in the way, aren't they? So hard to tell. That's fine, though. It's less important what I'm charging. It looks like I charged another fruit, so I must know that that's kind of playing off what I was saying earlier in the commentary, is that you want to check how many fruit you have in your deck, and I must know I have all 4 in my deck, so I don't have to worry about charging a couple of them. You just want to make sure you have 2 in circulation pretty much at all times. Make sure you're not like overwhelming them away or anything. Finally find the Turles that makes this deck tick, the Crusher Core Commander. So I go ahead and combo Lacacy from play. Let's see what else I do. I combo Lacacy from hand, and I pseudo-arrival the Turles. If you have 2 or more Turles Crusher Core in play, you can play him from your hand for 1 during battle. Then when you play him, you put a card from your hand on the bottom of your deck, draw 2, so you can put the Xeno cards back in your deck to draw, you can put Raisins back, or you can put Fruits back to get back with your Tree of Might on your opponent's turn. And he gets plus 5k until the end of your opponent's next turn. Just crazy good card. And it's all for 1 energy, essentially. You do have to have a little bit of some stuff going on with your arrival, but like you don't really need... It's not a big deal. This whole deck's full of Turles Crusher Core. She goes ahead and blocks with the Lord Slug 2-drop, and then pays 1 to get out the 9-drop. So this is a 25k blocker that if it blocks or KOs a battle card, it restands once per turn. So it can block twice as long as it survives the combat the first time, which is pretty easy to do considering it's a 25k. You have to really want to murder it, but then if they're putting all those materials into murdering it for a card you got for free, essentially, it's fine. You're generally okay taking that trade as the Towa player. So I'm going to go ahead and swing in for 20 with my Turles. So the Turles swings are always really threatening with this deck, because Fruit of the Tree of Might can give a Turles plus 20k and double strike for 1 energy. It's crazy. So I'm going to go ahead and super combo up to 30. And I'm going to kill Driver to just do a pseudo super combo plus 10k and draw a card for 1 energy, because I'm not using that energy anyway. So I'm going to go up to 40. So I'm going to make her... And I'll flip a life face up for the kill Driver. That's something you want to remember too. Same with the Turles. When you arrival it, you want to remember to flip a life face up for your opponent, because your fruits only work if they have a life for you to turn face down. So that's important to know. So I'm going to go ahead and do a Xeno Dragon Ball to go under the Turles. I killed the Slug by going up to 40. And then I'm going to put a Dark Dragon Ball, Dark 4-star Ball under the Turles to put the Turles Dark Parasite on top of him to restand him. He carries that buff over from himself, which is really nice. Then he becomes a 20k blocker, but I'm just going to swing in. I don't care about blocking here. I just want to get in while my wife doesn't have a board. Get in for 25, and she takes it. And she takes that super combo out of her life, notably. So this is another thing with playing Turles. It's a little tricky, is you want to keep track as best you can what your opponent's taking so that you can kind of figure out what's in their hand. It's a really big advantage if you can take advantage of it. I go ahead and awaken, untap 1, draw 1, and then I'm going to pay 2 because I got an energy back, and I'm going to EX evolve on top of this Turles Xeno into Turles the Dark Parasite? No, Dark Parasite's the 4 cost. Chaotic Rampage is this one. 6 cost. Double strike critical, and when you EX evolve it, you restand it, and your opponent warps a card from their hand of their choice. So it's a 30k, and you flip 2 life of your opponent's life face up, which you just did right there. So absolutely bonkers card. I love the Xeno chain in this deck, honestly. It's just really fun, and really effective. You can see this great aggro I'm getting right now. So I'm going to send in and I get the 5k buff carrying up on this too because it's still the same turn. So I'm going to be getting for 30k double strike crit, and I think I forgot to combo with a thing from my drop area when I swung with him, but you also get this combo with a green card with its skills negated from your drop area when you swing with him. So I could have gotten it up to 40 with that super combo, but I'm dumb and I forgot, so such is life, I suppose. It looks like I might have also used my leader ability in there I think I did, to put a card on the bottom and pick up a fruit. So I likely, from my drop area, so I likely took a fruit I already had in my hand, put it on the bottom of my deck to make sure I could get it next turn during her main phase, and got a fruit back from my drop. So puts that fruit back in circulation and ready for me if I want to, like, overwhelm this turn, for example. My wife's having a big think here. She awakens on the combat. She really doesn't want to take double strike crit. Like, who wants to take that? So she super combos up to 25. Up to 25. Where else? So she has to get 10k more. So we'll see if she has another super. If she had another super combo, she would have dropped it already, I'm sure. So she's probably just debating what 5k she wants to put in. Oh, she has another super combo. All right. So out of that combo for free, and that's on me because I forgot to combo with the thing from the drop. But here comes Bardock, overwhelmed for 4, and I had 4 in my drop set up perfectly, and I'm going to pitch that fruit again because I can pick it up again next turn. So real nice synergy there. Would have liked it to be a Beerus Godly Majesty, but I don't think I could find one this whole game. I'm going to send in for 20, and my wife will Power Burst with that energy she restood. Doesn't get any value off of it because she doesn't have a 1-drop anywhere to pick up a 1-drop black battle card, but that's fine. Pass it back to my wife. I still keep the 5k boost, I believe, off of the Turles because it's until the end of my opponent's next turn. You can correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I believe it carries over for the same amount of time as the Turles. So, all right, so I flip up her last life using the Tree of Might, and then go ahead and grab Fruit of the Tree of Might from my deck. And that's my 4th one. You can see I have 2 in the energy, 1 in the drop, and 1 in my hand. So I had all 4 in my deck the whole time. And here's, yeah, I'm just playing with the die there. All right, let's see what my wife does here. It's quite a sticky situation. She's at 4. She's still at 4 life. But it's tricky because I have a double strike crit, right? As well as my leader that can threaten big double strike as well with Fruit of the Tree of Might, which she knows I have. And she only has 3 energy with which to work. And already awakened. She does have access to Sensu Bean. I believe this is the Sensu Bean build we've been trying. Because you can see we have the blue Parasitic Darkness ball there. The Janemba one, we're not playing the Janemba Chain, but we're just using that for blue energy for Sensu Bean. So maybe Sensu Bean can give her some extra plays, although it seems like she's mostly going to want to just stick to maybe getting a Xeno Boo out, and then try and get into a big blocker or a Deadly Defender Slug or something off of that. So we'll see. It's a gamble, though. It's not nothing's guaranteed off of that top 7. All right, so she's going for the Boo. Dig 7. We'll see what she ends up getting. Hopefully, for her sake, it's something that can defend her life. Unbiased commentary, of course. I actually don't remember how this game ended up going. Oh, okay, so she found her own Chaotic Rampage Turles. So we got some Turles on Turles violence here. This is not what she wanted, though. Because this card's very aggressive, but she needs to live. She can't really close the door this turn, I'm pretty sure. Especially since I have a blocker in play. That Raisin that I have under the Locacy is a blocker itself. So that is something to keep in mind. Almond is actually kind of relevant in this matchup, though, because the big thing she could find, like the Lord Slug out of Control, I think is the 6-cost one, you can pop it with Almond, because Almond can pay a green and kill itself, and then kill one of your opponent's battle cards with cost 5 or more. And that Slug doesn't really punish you that hard for killing it through removal. It will proc the leader and let them draw a card, but it's not a huge deal. Like, it's generally a pretty good trade. You don't have to get over a 25k. So she's swinging in with double strike crit. I'm going to go ahead and block. That's the easiest block of my life. Who wants to deal with a double strike crit on a 25k, right? And she would have become a 35k with that slug in the drop area too. All right, here comes Boo. He works when he's in rest mode, so she wants him in rest mode. So he sends in for 20. I go ahead and take it. She sends in with her leader. I know Towa doesn't really play Overwhelm. It's not a deck that can play aggressive Overwhelm cards, really. It needs to keep its drop area intact a lot of the time. So I'm not too worried about taking life here. I just didn't want to get double strike crit. That's not how I drew this up. All right, so we'll see if I combo out. I go ahead and combo out with a dies for 3k, which is big enough to get out of the 15k. Then he comes into play. I dig 3 for a Turles Crusher Core. I find it. It's the best one in the deck, too. And that Turles is unique, the one that I found, but I've already evolved the other ones, so I can go ahead and play that guy out again. That's another thing I really like about the Xeno Chain in this deck, is that you can just keep playing out that Turles as long as you can keep Xeno Chaining. And it's really low opportunity cost. It's not clunky at all. All the cards are really... are just 5Ks. Even the Dragon Balls can be comboed away, essentially. So, all right, my wife plays a Dark Dragon Balls, digs 7, I believe, and finds that Lord Slug Dark Parasite, which will be a problem if it gets back to her turn. So I'm going to want to try and kill her this turn, I think. Because I don't want to have to, I don't have a Unison in play, and I don't play any Unisons in the deck, so I'm not going to get an option about getting my board wiped or not. And I don't want my board to get wiped, so I don't think I can come back from that if she has all of her big blockers and stuff in play, all her big towers, if you're a Yu-Gi-Oh player, essentially, in play while after my board gets wiped. So I'm just going to go ahead and send in her leader. I'll pay the boo tax because it's only once per turn. I just pitch 2. I get to swing in her leader. It's a low price to pay to be able to, actually get aggressive. And she doesn't have that Lord Slug in play, so I can still go with the leader. Combo away the 2 guys I have in my battle area for value. Get to arrival, quote-unquote arrival, this Turles. Put 1 on the bottom, draw 2. And then I'll go ahead, and it gets plus 5k for the turn. We'll see if I remember to do that. You got to actually, remember to do your effects to get them. Hey, I did it. Sweet. Good stuff, me. Let's all give myself a round of applause for remembering my trigger. All right, so I'm going in. I'm a 31 double strike crit, and I forgot to combo with a thing for my drop area again with Turles. Chaotic Rampage. Don't forget to do that if you play this version of the deck. Don't forget. It's a really good effect. Let's see what we do. 31 double strike crit. She combos out, it looks like, up to 35. Those are all 5Ks, so pretty good, but very taxing on her. She traded 4 cards for my 2, essentially, because I had to pitch 2 to get in the first place. Now I'll go ahead and swing in with my leader, and she can't stop this, so I'm going to go ahead and Fruit. Flip a life face down. You do have to flip a life face down to get the any of the effect, I believe. Maybe it's just part of it. But to get the full effect, you definitely have to flip a life face down. So plus 20k, double strike, and then we'll see where I go from here. So I'll kill Driver to draw a card. Just use it as a pseudo-super combo, like a Cell, Infernal Villainy Cell, like back in the day. But it's also stapled to a Father-Son Kamehameha, essentially. So this card's insanely good. I love Kill Driver. I might even go up to 4 copies. So we go ahead and get in for that double strike, and I get to choose the life she takes. Not that it really matters, but I'll go ahead and choose to give her those Lord Slugs, which you can see 3 of her 4 Lord Slugs were, 2 of them were in her life, 1 was in her hand that she charged, so she had really bad odds of finding one off of that boo, unfortunately. All right, I go ahead and use my leader, put a card from my hand on the bottom of the deck, pick up that Fruit again from my drop area, swing in with this Turles I just played, and now I can give him double strike and plus 20k. So I'll go ahead and do that, flip a life face down. And then super combo, so I'm a 40-50 now, because that's a 15, plus 5k, plus, I'm counting right here too, that's funny. And then plus 20k from the Fruit, and plus 10k from the Cacao, so that's 50. And I mean, I've just got to go all in, right? I should just shove everything into this. I'm not... Oh, I must have Xeno. I must have a Dragon Ball in my hand. All right, my wife so shows she can't even combo out of this one, though. Yeah, there we go. See, I had the Xeno Dragon Ball to get more swings in, so I wasn't too concerned about that. But that's the game, guys. Thanks for checking us out. Make sure to hit the like button, the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.